Listen, listen. If you are bad at managing your money as much as I am, uh, come closer. Come closer. Maybe we could help each other out here. Just hear me out. Just stay for this video. You know what I mean? Hear me out. So, I came across a TikTok that was talking about this course that the University of Johannesburg has. So, it is a free financial management course called the Be Money Wise course. Yeah, so let me give you a backstory. I feel like I must come closer. Let me give you a backstory, né? With my history with money. So when growing up, my grandfather used to give me money, né? Like I would 20 rand, 10 rand, had to give me, don't spend the money, save it. So I grew up with the saving culture. You know what I mean? I remember in grade six, I bought myself a pair of sneakers. In grade six, 7, I bought myself a pair of sneakers, kabang, with the money that I had saved. So growing up, I thought, man, I'm good with money, I'm good with saving, yeah? Until I started working, and then I realized, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. You're actually terrible. You're actually terrible at managing your money. So I came across this course, this free course, because we're on recess and I wanted something to do. So I tried out the free course and I completed it, and I thought, let me talk about it now that I've completed it, right? So the course is 50 hours, but you can manage your time however way you wish to do it. So you can do it 2 hours or 3 hours, 4 hours a day. It took me, I think, around 10, 11, 12 days to complete, so about a week. So it's not a course that you're gonna complete in one go. It's quite a long course, né? Anyway, I'm not sure though if it's just for UJ students or it's for everyone, because I did the course through using my credentials, my UJ credentials. But when I check on Google, I think it's for everyone because it doesn't really specify. So please try. I'm not sure. Lapo ayiko sure. Just try it out. Try it out on Google. Don't use the UJ website. Go to Google and type UJ free courses, and then you're gonna select the correct one there that has the University of Johannesburg name, and then you go. I think it's gonna give you maybe my 4 courses. I think it's right there at the bottom, right? And then sign up for that course and then check it out. It's really really beneficial, this course, especially to those people, those of us who didn't do economics, accounting, business at school. So it teaches you like the basics of money management, basics of basics as a money management of economics and all of that. So it was really really helpful, né? um I just have notes here. Oh, the course was closing on the 30th of June, but they have extended the course to close on the 17th of July. So you still have a bit of time, especially you guys, UJ students who are on recess. I know you're on recess. So try out this course. Excuse me, try out this course. Apologies, yo. Akaze yini. Anyway, sorry about that. So, bengithi gini, I started working, ne? My first job that I worked it was in service training, and I earned, I think, 5,000 rand. Yeah, 5,000 rands. But then obviously there was tax. They deducted a little bit, so it was my 4 point something, 4.5, 4.67, something like that. I can't remember. And I remember I opened an investment account with Nedbank, which is the bank that I use. Open up the investment account, and then every month being there my 800, right? So I was good. Initially, I was good. I was good. I just started a job. I knew I'm supposed to save, of course, and then got an investment account because I wanted something long term. Yeah, well, I wanted to save money, basically, right? Saved up. Maybe I think I had boma 5,000 rands, 6,000 rands, because I was consistent the first few months. And then I realized, and then something happened. I don't know what it was, but it was like an emergency that required me to then withdraw the money. After withdrawing the money, everything just went downhill. Everything just went downhill, my babe. And I tell you, I was just never good with investing ever since. Like, as soon as I have money, maybe by my 1,000, 2,000, yeah, pen. Yeah, I opened an investment account with Old Mutual. This one was different because this one I didn't put in money myself. This one was a debit order, so they used to debit money from my account. So I thought, okay, maybe this way things are gonna be better. This is now my second job. Maybe this way things are gonna be better, and yabon izozithathela imali automatically. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna touch it until I think maybe there was like a 2,000 rands, yana, 3,000 rands, and then I realized, wait, actually, I can withdraw this money. And there's dry months where I needed transport money, and then I'd go back to Old Mutual and say, earning penny thousand yam, and then then I'd take it, and then I'd save up a bit, and then there's 1,000 rand, and then I take it again, and then so ever since I've just been bad at managing my money and managing my investments. So currently I'm sitting on no investments. Anyway, let's get into the actual content itself, right? So there's 4 modules. First one is budgeting, which is unit 1, and then unit 2 is wealth creation, unit 3 is basic economics, and then unit 4 is money management, right? Let me just take you briefly through the actual content just so you can have an idea of what to expect. Unit 1, which is budgeting, talks about budgeting as a whole, how to create a budget, budgeting principles, budgeting tools, the different types of budgeting behaviors. It also talks about the 50-30-20 rule. I have a problem with this rule, ne? Just a bit. I have a problem with this rule. I've known about this rule before, and then I tried to implement it on my second job. Would see 50%, 50% is your expenses, right? So 50% of your salary laying into your account as your expenses. So your transport, if you're paying rent, it's gonna come out of there. Groceries, it's gonna come out of there. If you've got a car payment, it's coming out of there. Everything that is your expenses or your bills, 50% of your salary. Then 30% are your wants. So these are your wants. Things like maybe you need to buy new clothes this month, or just a new pair of jeans, or you'd like a new bag to go to work, or things like going out, eating out, groove, books, if you read, all of those things that are wants but aren't necessarily expenses, those go under the 30%. Then 20% goes to your savings and your investing. I have a problem with this rule because if you're a person, say for example, ukhola 8,000, right? For example, ukhola 8,000 ingena, that's the money that goes into your account. So after deduction, usalelwa 8,000. Like after your tax, ukhola 8,000, right? So according to this rule, 4,000 rand, which is 50%, must go to your expenses, which in Cyril's economy, I feel like it's a bit unrealistic because 4,000 rand, kule 4,000, mele kuphume transport, mele kuphume groza, mele kuphume maybe data, you need data, airtime, things like that, toiletries. It becomes even worse if maybe you're staying alone, then there's rent money. It's a lot, bruh. Okay, see, from this 4,000 rands, and if you have a child, if you have a child out of this 4,000 rand, according to this budgeting rule that they are teaching us, I feel like it's very unrealistic. And then 30% would be 2,400 rands. So will it 2,400 rand leo? What are you gonna do? Like what 2,400 rands? Because already you would have already used up the 4,000 Rand, the 50%. So obviously now you're gonna chow into the 30%. So I feel like I don't know, man. If you've implemented it before and it's working for you, please just give us tips. Like, give us tips. How are you sticking to this rule? Because I find it problematic. I have a problem with it. It's unrealistic for me. Anyway, let's continue. It also teaches you about short-term and long-term financial goals. So these are like goals that are between 6 to 12 months. That's short-term. So saving up for a cell phone. I'm saving up for a cell phone. I haven't started, but I am saving. I'll start, or a pair of sneakers or anything like that. Medium term goals are between 1 year to 5 years. So if you're wanting to buy a car or you want to move out of home, it's going to count as a medium term goal. Long term goals are 5 years and beyond. So if you want a bond, you want to buy a house, it's there. It also teaches SMART goals, how to set SMART goals, realistic goals, achievable, realistic, timely, and then unit 2 is wealth creation. So this is all about saving and investment, emergency funds, the different types of investment accounts there are, the different types of interest, so compound interest, simple interest, how they work, retirement planning, what is retirement planning, when you should start retiring, and when you should start planning for retirement, and how much you should be saving up for your retirement. It talks about insurance, so the different types of insurances there are, your car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, izinto nje ezinjalo. So your long-term and your short-term insurances. And then unit 3, I appreciated unit 3 personally because, like I said, I didn't do economics and business at school. I did physics. So it teaches you the basic economics knowledge or business knowledge that you require. So these are things that we've heard about, like these words, we've heard them being thrown around, but we don't actually know what they mean or how they work. So things like recession, inflation, the repo rate, microeconomics, macroeconomics, GDP, what it is, how it affects our finances personally, all of that is unit 3. And then lastly is unit 4. Unit 4 talks about money management. So this is all things credit, debt, the different types of credit options you have, or loan, car loans, store cards, personal loans, mortgage bonds, overdrafts, and all of that. It actually reminded, hey, I've got a story with personal loans, guys. You see, my advice to you, especially if you're just starting out, you're working, please don't take out a personal loan unless you really need to. Guys, I took out 2 personal loans. I had 2 personal loans and an overdraft from Nedbank. So overdraft, okay, it's better. I feel like overdraft is better because it's more imali. So I used to like borrow like 1,000 Rand and then I'd pay it back. Isn't this njalo? So basically how overdraft works is that they'll borrow you money, right? Please don't come for me if I'm explaining this incorrectly. So they borrow you imali, TCT 1,000 Rand. You apply for an overdraft and then they give you the 1,000 Rand and then uyayidla. So your account is going to be at a minus 1,000 Rand, right? But when imali comes into your account, ne? Wait, they explained this to me. Wait, so when your salary comes into your account, it's going to be, the money is gonna be there, but it's gonna be minus 1,000 Rand. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Please, someone else who knows how to explain it better. But basically, overdraft, you pay it back. So you have to call like Nedbank. I don't know how other banks do it, but Nedbank, you have to call and say, listen, I have an overdraft of 1,000 Rand. 500 Rand this month. And then they take it. And then now you're not on a negative 1,000, you are on a negative 500. until you close it down, and then it's going to be at zero. Whereas a personal loan, it's a debit order. So they take money from your account, and a personal loan has interest. So if you are going to borrow, for example, a 1,000 rand personal loan, just for example, you are not going to pay back 1,000 rand. You're going to pay back 1,000 rand with interest. So maybe at the end of it all, you're going to end up paying 2,000 rands, or maybe 1,500 rand. You know what I mean? So that's just basically roughly how personal loan and an overdraft works. Those are the ones that I have experience in. Luckily, I've closed them off, personal loan and everything. So it was great. When I left my job, I got a pension fund, right? So pension fund, for those of you who don't know, pension fund is basically money that you contribute, and also your employer. So you contribute a certain percent, and then your employer contributes a certain percent. I'm not sure of the exact numbers or how they calculate it, but for example, TCT pension value deductor out of your salary 1,000 rand, and then your employer yena uzofaka 1.5. So 2,500 rands is going to go into your pension fund, your retirement. So it's going to have so your employer is going to take out a scheme, a fund for your pension fund. So whether with Old Mutual or a Sanlam or a Discovery, those are the ones that I know. And then that's where your pension fund is going to go into. And then when you leave your job, and then when you leave your job, they give you three options. So A, you can take all your money, so withdraw all your money in an account in yako, or B, you can take the money from Old Mutual and then transfer it to maybe another investment account that you have, when I say maybe with your bank, with Nedbank, you can put it there. Or you can take some of the money, like maybe 50% of your money, and then withdraw it, and then another 50% you reinvest it, maybe with your bank or somewhere else. Yeah, well, so those are the options that you have. So I took all my money so I can pay off Nazo. Granted, the overdraft and the one personal loan I had was manageable. It wasn't a lot of money. I think it was about 3,000 rand all in all. But then the one personal loan I took out with my parents, that one was a lot. That was over 10,000 rand. So I was owing a lot of money to the bank. So that's why I had to take out money so I can repay my bills. Okay, so anyway, Unit 4, it also talks about good and bad debts, talks about credit scores, how credit scores work. Yes, credit score is the score that they give you based on how good you are with managing your money, so how good you are with credit. So if you don't have any accounts, like you don't have any store accounts, you don't have any cell phone contracts, anything that you're paying, basically you just started working, you're on a zero, you don't have a credit score. But as soon as then you take out maybe a store loan, card yase card TFG, and apparently TFG is a bad type of credit from people I heard. So but as soon as you take out those things and then you repay them, then you get a score, based on how well you repay. Are you paying back things on time? Are you a good spender? Like, are you spending more than you're earning, or how well you are with money? Basically, that's what it is. And another tip with regards to personal loans and overdrafts and stuff like that, for example, if you maybe 8,000, do not take out a personal loan that is more than the amount of money that you earn, guys, please, because you are going to suffer. Ask me, you are going to suffer, because I 8,000 uthathe a loan 20,000. You understand? You're going to suffer when it comes to repaying it back. So just be careful. And banks and stores are always going to call you every single day and offer you things and offer you money and offer you credit, especially when you start now opening start having credit, everybody's gonna start calling you and want to offer you things. Don't fall for it. Yo, don't fall for it, because uzoba ekoloding umncane. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that was the overall about what the course is about. I'm not sure how long this video is. Okay, I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed. Please check out the UJB Money Wise short learning course. I'm not plugging UJ in any way, but I found benefit out of it, so I believe someone out there is also going to benefit from this course in some way or another. So try it out, especially if you are sitting at home, you're on recess and you have nothing to do. Check it out, complete the course. It is quite lengthy, it is quite long, but it's fun. You know, it's fun. There's YouTube videos, there's TikTok videos. You watch a video, you answer questions. There are activities where you have to answer questions, but they're not hard. It's just like true or false, match the columns, you know, isn't it? But yeah, you are going to do it, you're going to kill it. If you are not able to completed by the 17th, it is going to close, but then there'll be a second rollout. Yeah, well, but if you do maybe need notes from me, maybe you can't sorry, you're not succeeding with registering for the course, but you do want to benefit from the context of what the course is. I have PDF notes that I've saved, so I can send you guys the PDF notes. So Nani, you can you can go through the notes and learn a thing or two, you know, because you know sharing is caring. We share on this channel. That's what we do. We share information so that sibe moja sonke. Yeah, do check it out, guys. And if you've checked it out, please let me know how you felt about it. Love you, low.